Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBase.com. Welcome to this week's Commitments of Traders review. Today we're going to have a look at the 19th COT report of 2016. And as usual, we're going to start off with the changes in commercials position. So here we go. We've got Mexican peso on top of the list with 38% changes in commercials positions. Roughly the same change size can be seen in large speculators, also a big change in small speculators. This, of course, is a bullish COT change signal, possibly affecting the price of Mexican peso in the next couple of days. This time we can state that the signal came at a time when we can actually react on it. 5 years chart, here we go. This will show us how extreme Mexican peso is at the moment. And you may see that we're moving away from bullish COT extreme levels. As we have gone away from these levels, you can see that there was a pretty decent rise in prices. Now we see a bit of a decline. Of course, it's hard to tell how it's going to continue. One thing's for sure, if this COT extreme is broken and we may experience an even greater extreme, then most certainly this price will, of course, continue its decline, and we are going to see an even deeper price for the Mexican peso. Right now, what I would say is that the bullish COT extreme is still in place. Of course, we shouldn't be surprised that in a rally we do see reactions. And before we reach such extreme levels, as you may see, I'm showing to you right now on the chart, I think that the picture is definitely still more bullish than it is bearish. Moving on to copper, where we have a 25% change in commercials positions, a 29% change in large speculators. Again, we're talking about bullish COT change signal after a couple of days of decline. So that's something we should analyze. And of course, here we have the 5 years chart where we can analyze the COT extreme situation in copper market. And we can find that the last major extreme was actually a bearish COT extreme a couple of weeks ago, and since then you may see that prices did actually go a bit lower. So we may see again the COT extreme widening to its bullish extreme levels. In commercials, that means we're talking about roughly 50,000 contracts net long, and in large speculators that would mean about 40,000 contracts net short, and that's a few thousand contracts away from the level where we're at right now. So of course that's something we can keep in mind before entering the copper trade. Crude oil is our next market with 13% change in commercials position. You may see the change size over here being a bit larger than average, but nothing too unusual. So I'd rather just jump over to the 5 years chart and see how extreme this market is at the moment. And you may see that we're moving away from bullish extreme levels. And as we do so, you can see, of course, the rise of crude oil price. And we're not surprised about that. This extreme, of course, was there. Wasn't an all-time extreme, but nevertheless, on this 5 years chart, you can easily see that it was an extreme, a bullish extreme, and it signaled well the end of this decline that we had in crude oil. Let's move on and have a look at large speculators COT extreme. Here we go. We've got silver on top of our list with all-time COT extremes, not only in large speculators, but also in commercials. So that's a very significant extreme that we have. It is, of course, as you may see on the chart, clearly visibly it is a bearish COT extreme, and you may see how well silver reacted to these extremes in the past. So wouldn't be surprised if this decline that we can see in the past 2 weeks would continue. Moving on to sugar, where we have a 434 report extreme in large speculators and this exact same report extreme in commercials. Again, this is a very significant extreme. It is a bearish COT extreme, and again, we're talking about a COT extreme that in the past, as you may see, and I'm just showing you now, was able to signal changes in the trend. And last but not least, we've got soybeans with the 109T report extreme in large speculators. You can see the extreme over here, and it is also visible that back in 2012 was the last time when we had such an extreme in large speculators, and we can analyze what happened to the market back then, and it was clearly visible a top, and since then prices have gone lower. So we have a similar extreme, not at the same price levels. So of course this extreme may easily widen to even greater extent before we reach the extreme that will end this rally. But nevertheless, it's a good signal that we should keep our eyes on the soybeans market, because there may be some good opportunities on the short side. That's what the COT report signals right now. Okay, that is going to be all for this COT review. Don't forget that we've got a lot of COT charts available at our COT charts page, and of course a more in-depth and detailed COT analysis over here, where you can add other great functions to the table. You can look at, of course, all the market categories, look at other COT report types, other data types. Of course, you can also look at old COT reports and do your historical analysis on those. So a lot of great functions that may be available, and I hope you check them out. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope to see you next week. Have a great weekend. Take care. Goodbye.